We'll begin sitting in Vajrasana, Thunderbolt Pose. Today we have the throat chakra. We're gonna do this mudra with the thumb and the middle finger, the second knuckle of the middle finger. I should have first shown it, right? So the other fingers are together, so the pinky and the ring finger are together. And we are holding the second knuckle of the middle finger. The throat chakra is representing the element of ether and sky. And it's kind of a bridge between the material and the spiritual because it's connecting the chakras below in our trunk and our spine with the chakras in the head, which are the third eye and the crown of the head, which are representing the intuition and the high conscious, and those elements below are about how we manifest in the material world. So when there is some issue in that area according to the yoga philosophy, then there is some disbalance between the material and between the spiritual. So it could be that one is striving to too much spirituality, but maybe she should be more grounded and more into the material world, more aware. Or it could be that someone is too materialistic, but she should focus more on the spiritual, maybe, or whatever this balance. This energetical center is also connected with the expressions of the emotions, the feelings, and the anger, the communication and connecting with the other. So expressing yourself in a healthy way without hurting other people, but also without holding everything for yourself. Compassion is also an element of this chakra. We're just gonna be sitting here into this Vajrasana pose, and I'm gonna breathe Ujjayi. You can keep the mudra if you like, or if you want to feel that breath, you can bring one of your palms in front of your mouth. We're gonna breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. And we're gonna blow to the palm. Breathing in through the nose, slow deep inhalation. Breathing out through the mouth, blowing to the palm with a gentle hissing sound, like whispering. Breathing in through the nose, slow deep inhalation, and breathing out through the mouth and blowing to that candle or to the mirror when you want to clean your glasses. Keep on inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Keep on breathing with your arm tip and bring your focus to the back side of your throat, the back and up side of your throat. And visualize the airway is becoming thinner. And think about tiny little slow flow of air. So we are making the breath kind of thinner and we make it longer. And you can also try to make that sound as you inhale. This is the movement of contracting the glottis at the beginning of the larynx. This is what you do when you're whispering. So focus here. Think about closing that contracting, like when you want to whisper or to blow. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Maybe you will create this little gentle hissing sound, or maybe not. The sound itself is not that important as long as we have the focus on the big side of the throat. Breathing in through the nose, and for the next exhalation, close the mouth. and try to create that sound with a closed mouth. This sounds like the ocean, so this breath is also called the ocean breath. And some people compare it with Darth Vader breathing. Some people say this sounds like a tired dog. So a lot of comparisons. Or when you blow in a mirror, for example, or a glass, or to blow into the soup. So you don't have to necessarily have a sound. You should not force. Just focus on that part of the throat. This Ujjayi breath is calming down the whole nervous system. Here we are activating vagus nerve, which is it's becoming very popular in the last decades. When we stimulate that nerve, then we bring balance in general in the nervous system. It's against depressions or anxiety. This is the nerve that is innervating the internal organs, so we are calming down the breath and the heartbeat. It's improving digestion. Keep on breathing, Ujjayi, focusing on your throat. If this was easy, now I will offer you one more option that is more advanced. You can feel free to keep on doing the normal Ujjayi, or if you want to have it more challenging, then breathe in slowly and then hold the breath. If you want, you can close your nostrils like for 5 counts approx, or you can not close them as you wish. And then we're going to breathe out only through the left nostril. So we're going to close the right nostril and breathe out through the left. You can release and take long deep inhale for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in Ujjayi. Holding the breath for 5. If you want, you can close your both nostrils or not, as you wish, for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Closing the right, exhaling through the left. Exhaling all the air. Breathing in through the nose, through both nostrils. Slow, deep inhalation for 5. The count is just approx so that you have the ratio. Your head closing the both nostrils or just holding the breath for 5 for the exact duration as your inhalation was. Exhaling through the left only. You can try by yourself with your own temp. Feel free to do any of the breaths I show you. You can keep the palms in mudra or anytime you can release. You can close your eyes and just for 1 more minute, breathing in and breathing out the way you like. You can also just breathe normal. If all of this was too complicated, was too much, or it's too boring, you can just forget about it and just breathe normal the way you like. Just to be present and aware for your breath. The last modification that I offer you to breathe out through the left nostril is because the left part of the body is calming down. This is the passive, this is the moon, called also feminine. This is how it's represented in the philosophy of yoga. So when you breathe out through the left nostril, we are calming down even more. Few more moments here, few more breaths. Inhaling and exhaling, open your eyes if they're closed, and just raise your arms above the head. From here, we're gonna lift up only the shoulders, so stretching your arms, elbows straight, fingers are together, lifting the shoulders. Inhaling And exhaling normally. Just keep the shoulders down and the shoulder blades, and try to not bend the elbows, but to keep the arms straight, even if you have to open them a little bit to create more space. Inhaling, lift it up. Exhaling, shoulders down. We do 3 more of those. Inhaling, normal, natural breath. Lift the shoulders, stretch. Exhaling, shoulders down, strong back, strong shoulders. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's do one more. Inhaling, slow, deep breath, lift it up. Exhaling, releasing. You can shake it off. You can make a little bit of circles if you want, anything that your body needs. And our next stretch is gonna be for the neck. Bring the right palm on top of the left shoulder and keep it down. Left shoulder is heavy, and rotate your head to the opposite direction to the right. And think about this long left side of the neck. And from here, rotate your head up, look towards the ceiling. So we are stretching the neck in a very pleasant way, very relieving for the stress in the shoulders area and in the neck. Looking up towards the ceiling, stretching the neck. Inhaling here and exhaling. Head goes down and forward to the center. We switch the side, we switch the arms. Left palm comes on top of the right shoulder. Rotate your head to the opposite direction, to the left. Push that right shoulder down, lengthening the right side of the neck. And slowly look up, rotate your head, the whole head is rotating, the whole face is rotating towards the ceiling. So we are having now a very long neck. This is an exercise from the face yoga. This I will show you next time on Tuesday. Face yoga, it's a very cool thing. So it's not about the physical part. It's not about the muscles of the face. It also has a very important meaning for the nervous system. But this we do on Tuesday. So this exercise is from the face yoga. It's called swan lake. Think about this long swan neck. Sorry guys, I cannot talk properly. Swan neck. Inhaling and exhaling. Head goes down and rotate it forward. You can shake it off if there was some tension in the shoulders or in the neck. If you want, you can do a little bit of circles. Just to move around. Nothing really special, just so that when we release, sometimes we allow it to let go. And from here, I think you all need some stretch of the ankles. We're gonna walk the palms forward, tabletop pose. And you're gonna stretch the ankles. And we can do directly the downward facing dog, tuck the toes under. If you need some more preparation, don't rush with the dog. You can just stay here with the toes tucked underneath the feet. But since you're all already experienced, you can push your feet down and come to the downward facing dog. So you choose immediately or wait for it a little bit. So we are stretching here the ankles for 5 breaths. Breathe in slowly and deeply. The counts of the breaths are very approximate because everyone is breathing with his own temp. So this is just approx. Most of the postures we're gonna hold for 5 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. We're gonna drop the knees down. And one more time, we're gonna come into this thunderbolt pose, Vajrasana. If it's too much for your ankles, you can sit the way it's comfortable for you. We're gonna raise both arms over the head. Bend the right elbow. The right palm is pointing down between the shoulder blades, and the left palm is pushing the right elbow. Keep the spine straight. And breathe in. And we're gonna switch the sides. Both arms straight. Left elbow bent. Right palm is holding the weight. The left palm is pointing down. Preparing the shoulder area. Stretching the arms is going to relieve some tension from the shoulders, and when we relieve some tension from the shoulders, then we are relieving some tension from the neck. So today's class is going to be focused on the throat chakra and on the neck, but just so that you let you know, we're not going to do all the class 1 hour just exercises for the neck. We're going to have a normal class, very active and physical, with everything for the whole body. Just here and there, we're going to bring the focus to the neck. Inhaling and exhaling and releasing the arms. Release slowly. You can do a little bit of circles with the shoulders. Nothing special, no rules, just to move a little bit or shake it off. Also from the head, from side to side. Or a little bit of circles. Whatever feels needed. And we're gonna walk the palms forward, coming to a plank pose. Extending one leg and the other. We're gonna hold the plank for approx 5 breaths. Palms are underneath the shoulders, spreading the fingers. The tailbone is in. Shoulders are pushing, heels are pushing back. Push your heels back and down towards the mat and stretch those ankles. 5 breaths here, approx. Strong core breathing and breathing out. Very good. Inhaling and exhaling, lower down the knees on the mat. Only the knees first. And then we're gonna bring the chest between the palms so that the chin is on the mat. So we're stretching that neck. Ashtanga Namaskar pose is called. From Ashtu in Sanskrit means 8. We have 8 parts of the body on the mat. The feet, the knees, the chest, the palms, and the chin. Stretching here the front part of the neck, focus on that. Lengthening the neck, it's just extension of the spine. Inhaling and exhaling, we're gonna slide the upper body forward. And then the elbows underneath the shoulders. Sphinx pose, or also called baby cobra. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. Keep your shoulders active. Lift your chest up. The head is extension of the spine to make sure you're not straining the neck. Just allow the head to follow that movement, that curve of the spine. This is a gentle back bend here. Focus on engaging the upper and the back part of your body. Engaging the upper back, pushing your feet down. You activate the whole back side of the body, the legs and the glutes. If it feels accessible for you, you can gently look up without straining the neck, so it should be natural. The spine and the head is one beautiful curl. There is no tension in the neck. Inhaling and exhaling, and then allow the head to be heavy. Stretching the back side of the neck. You can also relax your shoulders here for a moment. Now you're relaxing. Breathing in and breathing out. Clasp your fingers. Tuck your toes underneath the feet and get ready to come into this forearm plank. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. 5 breaths here. Breathing, most important. Inhaling and exhaling, begin to lift your hips and to walk your feet forward to a dolphin pose. 5 breaths here. This is one of the best postures for the shoulders that you can do. If you feel it very intensive, then it's working. This is very difficult because we are targeting the shoulder blades. So the shoulder blades are kind of as a joint, so it's not a real joint, but they are moving. And when we have that area tight, then it feels like the shoulder blades are like glued to the chest and that they are not moving. And if this is the case, then this means also we don't have shoulders mobility. Here you want to push through your shoulders and spread your shoulder blades away from each other. Focus on that upper back. The neck is free, you can shake your head. Inhaling and exhaling, knees down on the mat, child's pose. Child's pose for 5 breaths. Rest in your mind. Equalizing your breath. Inhaling and exhaling, lifting the head and coming to a tabletop pose. And from a tabletop pose, we're gonna come into a downward facing dog. We're gonna hold this dog for 10 breaths approx, so a bit longer than the previous time. If you want, you can bicycle the legs. One leg is straight, one leg is bent. Stretching the ankles, pushing the heels down. Keep the shoulders open and the neck free. The palms are also pushing active the mat. Finding your downward facing dog. Breathing steady. Inhaling and exhaling. Raise the right leg up, 3-leg dog. On the inhalation. On the exhalation, we're going to step it forward between the palms. For a warrior one, left heel is planted. Raise your arms above the head. Warrior one. 5 breaths here. We're gonna focus on the throat. How are we gonna do this? We're gonna look up towards the fingers without straining the neck. So for this, you want to lift up also your chest. This is an advanced option. So for this, we want to have those muscles strong on the back side of the neck, especially the trapezium. Lower down the hips, push with the outer left foot. Keep your shoulders down. The arms can be parallel or the palms can be together. If your shoulders are tight, you don't have to raise the arms above the head. Just keep them diagonal in front of you. And allow the shoulders to be relaxed. And allow the front side of the neck to be open and stretched. Very good. Inhaling and exhaling. We're gonna open the hips to a warrior two. And here we want to find the position. Maybe you want to open the feet a little bit more wider. The hips are equal. We're gonna focus on the neck. Look towards the right fingertips. Focus on this rotation of the neck. So not rotating your chest or your upper body, just the neck. The chest is facing to the side. And go deeper with your hips. Beautiful warriors. You can go a little bit more deeper. Only the neck is rotating. Inhaling and exhaling, we're gonna reverse the warrior. Slide the left arm behind your back. Push the hips down and raise the right arm over the head. Stretching the right obliques. Looking up towards the right fingertips without straining the neck. Allow the shoulders to be relaxed. The neck is extension of the spine and the head is extension of the neck. Beautiful. Go a little bit deeper with the hips. Inhaling and exhaling, we're going to bring the right elbow on top of the right thigh. Extend the left arm over the head, extended side angle pose. Keep the belly gently in. Push your hips down. You might need to adjust the position of your feet. In these postures, we are only pushing with the outer back foot. So the whole front foot and only the outer back foot protecting the knee of the straight leg. And here we are not resting on the thigh. Push the shoulders away. Create more space for the neck. And look towards the left fingertips. This was a dancing warrior sequence on the right side. Those 4 postures. We'll repeat on the other side. Inhaling and exhaling. Square your hips forward. Bring your both palms on the mat. And step the right foot back. You can wait in double facing dog or you want the push-up with vinyasa. Inhaling, leaning forward. Exhaling, chaturanga. Upper facing dog, inhaling. And down facing dog, exhaling. Left leg goes up on the inhalation. On the exhalation, step it forward between your palms. First warrior here. 90 degrees angle, the front knee. Engage your core, raise your arms above the head. Focusing on the neck. A gentle back bend here, so we want to lift the chest, gently bending the back, and then the head is gonna follow that movement, looking up towards the ceiling. If your shoulders are tight, just keep them in front of you diagonally. Make sure you're not straining the neck. You want to relax the shoulders and allow the front part of the neck to be open and stretched. Hips are down, core is strong. In this posture, we are pushing the whole front foot and only the outer edge of the back foot. Very good. Beautiful warriors. Inhaling and exhaling. Spread your arms, open your hips. Warrior 2. Only the head is gonna rotate and look towards the left fingertips. Make sure that your chest, your upper body is facing to the right side of your mat. Only the neck is stretched. Spreading the arms, going down with your hips. Check if you have 90 degrees angle in the front knee. You should not go too deep. Core is strong, beautiful warriors. Inhaling and exhaling, we're gonna reverse the warrior. Keep those legs strong, almost there. Right arm is sliding behind the back. Left arm is reaching over the head. Go down with your hips. Just stretch the left side of the body and look up towards the left fingertips. Both shoulders are relaxed. To make sure they're relaxed, lift them up and then drop them down. Strong neck. So all of those postures are also strengthening the neck. When we bring the focus to the neck and we are aware and conscious, we are preventing a lot of injuries. And we are also strengthening the muscles that we need to have healthy neck. Bring the left elbow on top of the left thigh. Extend the right arm over the head forward. Keep the shoulders strong, looking up towards the right fingertips. Extend the side angle. If you leave that left elbow, you should be in the exact same position. Core is strong. Yes, it is. Looking up towards the right fingertips. Stretching the neck in all possible directions. The front foot is active as well with the outer back foot. So if you push with the inner back foot and we are hurting the knee, so we push only with the outer back foot. Core is strong. This was the dancing warrior on the left side. Inhaling and exhaling, square the both hips forward, bring the palms on the mat. Step it back into plank. If you want, you can wait into a downward facing dog or do vinyasa together. Inhaling, leaning forward. Exhaling, chaturanga. Upper facing dog, inhaling. Downward facing dog, exhaling. 3 breaths here just to normalize the breath. The yogic break is in the downward facing dog. Or into a child's pose. Anytime it's too much, you can come into a child's pose. Or just drink some water. Inhaling and exhaling. We're gonna step the right foot forward. And we're gonna come directly into the second warrior. So we're gonna directly open the hips to the left and we're gonna come into the second warrior. Beautiful. Clasp your hands behind your back. Lift your chest up, squeeze your shoulder blades together and look up, stretching the front part of the neck. Inhaling. And with exhalation, if you want, just an option, if you want, you can fold forward into a humble warrior. So folding forward to the inner side of the right foot, so not in the center, but it's kind of a diagonal. And if you're into this humble warrior, You can push the palms away from the back. Keep your feet active, your core active. The neck is here relaxed. The head is heavy. You can shake it from side to side to make sure that the head is relaxed. So we are decompressing the neck here. The gravity works in our favor. Inhaling and exhaling. With the next inhalation, push with your feet and begin to lift your upper body. We're gonna square the hips forward. We're gonna come into a high lunge so that the back heel is up in the air. Hips are squaring forward. We're gonna do eagle arms. Bending your elbows in front of you and bring the right elbow on top of the left one. You can stay here or you can spiralize it one more time and do this eagle arms. Shoulders down, elbows up, palms away from the face. You're gonna lean forward, finding the weight of the body on the right foot, and we're gonna finish the eagle legs. Leaning forward on the right foot and bring the left leg on top of the right one. Finishing the eagle legs. We stay here a bit longer, around 10 breaths. Choose a gazing point in front of you and keep on looking at that point. And focus on the connection between the foot and the ground. The standing leg is active. Your core is active, chest is lifted. Your arms are lifted up towards the sky. Active, lifted here. We are stretching the space between the shoulder blades. Exactly this trapezium muscle. That is one of the most important muscles that are keeping our neck upright. Inhaling and exhaling, releasing the palms on your hips. Releasing the legs and through a third warrior, finding your balance into the third warrior for one deep breath. Inhaling and exhaling, we're gonna step it back. And we're gonna open our hips to the wide side of the mat. The feet are pointing in. Palms are on the hips. Inhaling, lift the chest up and just allow the neck and the head to follow that movement, looking up towards the ceiling, stretching the front side of the neck, opening the throat chakra. Exhaling, we're gonna fold forward from the hip joint. We're gonna go all the way down. Very good. Folding forward, pushing with your feet. Your feet are active. Keep your palms on your hips. And lean a little bit forward with your hips. So if you notice your hips are going back, push them forward, forward, forward. You're not gonna fall down because your feet are strong and are holding the mat and your core is active. Lean a little bit forward with your hips and just breathe in here. And you can also shake the head from side to side to check if it's free. Relaxing here for a moment, stretching the back side of the body and looking inward in your mind when we are folding forward. Inhaling and exhaling. Bend the knees and with the next inhalation, slowly lift your upper body, come into a standing position. We're gonna repeat the warrior on the other side. So we're gonna point the left foot Might be to the back side of your mat. So you're not gonna see me, but you can listen. We're gonna do the second warrior on the left side. Clasp your fingers behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale and lift the chest and look up. Exhaling, we're gonna fold forward and down into a humble warrior. The chest comes on the inner side of the left thigh, a diagonal. The hips in that posture are in a diagonal position, so they're not exactly open to the side, but they're also not fully forward. It's something in between. Humble warrior, head is resting, pushing your feet. We are opening the front side of the shoulders and the chest. You can shake the head to check if the neck is free. Decompression of the neck. Inhaling and exhaling. Pushing with your feet, and with your next inhalation, begin to lift your upper body. Come into standing and square your hips forward. Lift the right heel up. Square your hips forward. Release the palms. Bring your elbows in front of you. Eagle arms. Left arm on top of the right one. You can just stay here, or if you're flexible, you can spiralize the arms one more time, finishing those eagle arms. Lift them up, lift the elbows and lift the palms away from your face. Lean a little bit forward. This is a very difficult transition, so give yourself patience and time. Focusing on the left foot, holding the mat with the left foot, engaging the feet muscles. And bring the right leg forward, finding your balance, finishing the eagle legs. Right leg comes on top of the left one. There is modifications here. You can just keep the foot on the mat just to find the balance. Don't force yourself. Stay here a little bit longer. Be patient with yourself. Breathe. Very good. Finding your balance. Inhaling and exhaling, releasing only the arms. Bring the palms on your hips. We're gonna release the legs and we're gonna shoot the right leg back through a third warrior. For one deep breath. Find your warrior just for one more moment. And step the right foot back. And open your hips again to the right side of the mat. Palms are on the hips, the toes are slightly in. Inhale and lift the chest, allow the head to follow that movement, opening the front side of the neck. Exhaling, folding forward from the hips, going all the way down. And you can hold to your big toes. You can also bend the knees. Inhaling halfway up, lifting your head, lifting your upper body straight, arms. And exhaling, folding as much as you can. Bending the elbows, pulling with your arms. You can keep the legs straight or bent. And just stay here for a few more breaths. Allow your breath to relax. In the back side of your body. Maybe this time the forward fold is easier. Inhaling and exhaling, bring your palms on your hips, bend your knees, and with the inhalation begin to lift your upper body to come into a standing position. And we're gonna close the feet. And we're gonna find our way on the mat. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna bring the left knee bent close to the body. The left foot is underneath the right thigh. The left knee is on the mat. And we're gonna do the cow face pose. So we're gonna bring the right foot on the outer side of the left thigh. This is option 1. The foot is on the mat. Option 2, you can hold to your feet and pull it as a ribbon. Raising your arms over the head. Bend the left elbow. Push it with the right palm. And you can stay here and stretch. If you want more, you can reach with the right arm from the bottom and hold you to the left palm or just to your t-shirt. You can just hold to your t-shirt. Few more moments here. The head is extension of the spine, so you're not looking down, you're looking front. Chest is lifted. Shoulders are relaxed. If you want more, you can go forward. You can fold forward from your hips. Inhaling and exhaling, lifting your upper body. Slowly releasing your palms if you're holding them. And just slowly, very slowly raise your arms over the head to recover the shoulders, to improve the circulation here. Inhaling and exhaling, we're going to twist to the right side, so the left arm will come on the outer side of the right thigh. So left arm, right thigh, opposite leg. And twist. Shoulders are relaxed. Look back. Inhaling and exhaling. With the next inhalation, raise your arms above the head and come into the center. Keep the same legs. We twist to the other side. So the same arm, same leg, right arm, right leg. And twisting. So now we have the hips kind of blocked, so the base of our spine, and we can play around and explore the movement of the spines, and we can focus on twisting and looking back for one deep breath. Inhaling and exhaling, and slowly rotate your body forward. We're gonna release the legs with the help of your palms. Hold the right foot and the right knee and bring the right leg in front of you. Stretch your legs slowly. Going out of the posture is more dangerous than the posture itself. Check it a little bit. You can bend the knees and drop it to one side and to the other. And then we're gonna switch the side. The right knee is bent, right knee is on the mat. Right foot is underneath the left thigh. And we're gonna bring the left foot on the outer side of the right thigh. This is option 1. Option 2, you can hold to your both feet and pull it as a ribbon so your hips are in between your feet. I don't have much mobility in that posture, but if you have, you can keep the knees in line. Inhale and raising your arms above the head. Bend the right elbow and hold it with the left palm. Don't force yourself. Keep the shoulders down. The head is in the center. You can stay here or you can clasp the hands. Left arm is gonna reach from the bottom and hold to the right fingertips or to your t-shirt. The spine is straight. Head is extension of the neck. Both shoulders are down. Few more moments here. If you want more, you can fold forward from the hip joint. Inhaling and exhaling, begin to lift your upper body. Slowly releasing your palms if you're holding. And raise your arms above the head. Give yourself a few moments here to recover the shoulders, to improve the circulation. Inhaling, exhaling, we're gonna twist to the left. Right arm, left thigh. Twisting to the left. Just for a few moments here. Looking back. Shoulders are down. Neck is free. Breathe in. Inhaling and exhaling. With the next inhalation, raise your arms above the head. Exhaling, twisting to the other side. The same arm, same leg, left arm, left leg. And just twisting, playing around, discovering all with the movement of the spine. What is the difference between both sides of the body? Which side is easier? Inhaling and exhaling and slowly rotate your torso forward, coming back into the center. Hold into your left knee, left foot. Release the leg in front of you. Extend your both legs. You can shake it out a little bit. You can bend the knees and drop it from one side, twisting the spine one more time. Maybe there is a little bit of crack left here and there. Let it go. And we have one more posture for the front side of the legs because we did a lot of warriors. So we were activating the front side of the legs. So in the beginning, we started sitting on our heels. Now we're gonna sit between the heels. And this posture is not accessible for everybody because sometimes it's just not possible to do that. So if this is your case, you keep your hips on your heels, or if you have a small cushion or a blanket, I will show you. So if you have something around you, you can bring it underneath your hips so that the hips are a little bit higher. Just an option. The knees should be close and the hips are in between the feet. And from here, we're gonna walk the palms back. So we're stretching those quadriceps. You were working hard in the warrior posture. Now we're gonna stretch them. Maybe this is your posture. From here, try to not arch your lower back. Maybe you go down, 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 and you're arching your lower back, and then it starts to hurt, and then you wonder, oh, this posture is not good. So you want to have the core strong, belly is in. The lower back is kind of flat. To make sure you can lift a little bit your hips, and then drop them down again. Once you stay here for a couple of breaths, maybe you notice it gets easier. If this is the case, you can bring your elbows on the mat. Just an option, you don't have to do that. If your elbows are on the mat, you can lift again the hips to make sure that the belly is in and not arching the lower back. This is really bad. If you're arching it, you can hurt yourself. And then drop them down. You can stay here. If you're doing that without a blanket, if you're flexible, then you can go all the way down, dropping the crown of the head, and then releasing the arms on the side. I still have a little bit of space to go. Today is not my day, so I have here a little bit too much space underneath the lower back. So this means today is not the day for this portion. If this is your case, you should also bring your elbows on the mat, the crown of the head, and then lifting yourself. And you will stay on your elbows. If you're flexible and you're all the way on the mat, then you can enjoy there. Few more moments here. Inhaling and exhaling. Begin to walk your palms forward in front of you, slowly coming out of the posture. Lifting the hips, coming to tabletop posture. And all the way down, we're gonna come, laying on our belly. Here we're gonna drop the chin on the mat, just for a few breaths. The palms are on the mat, holding the mat. Chin is on the mat, and we're stretching the front part of the neck. If this is not accessible to you, if it's hurting you, you can rest the forehead. If you feel comfortable with the chin on the mat, go ahead just for a few breaths here. And you can close your eyes and relax for a few moments. If you like this posture, you can stay here. If it's too much, you can rotate on your spine for a Shavasana. If you're laying on your belly, on your chin, you can slowly rotate to your right side and then to a Shavasana for a moment. Rest in here for a couple of breaths. And then extend your arms over the head, waking up the body from a deep sleep. Bending the knees, waking up the body. Rotate to your right side. And from the right side, push with your palms and come to a comfortable seated position with a straight spine. Slowly, maybe you keep the eyes closed. Find any comfortable position with a straight spine. We'll finish with 3 rounds of Om. We're gonna take a very deep inhalation. Sorry guys, my voice is completely gone. I hope that you can hear me. So we're gonna take a long inhalation. We fill the whole upper body with air. As we exhale, we're gonna visualize the sound A, U, so O, from the base of the spine. It's going up to the spine, to the throat. And then we close the mouth and it finished with the M. So 2 parts of the exhalation is O and 1 part of exhalation is the M. Take a deep breath in for Om. Take a deep breath in for Om. The whole upper body is full with air. One more deep breath in. You can bring your palms in front of your chest if you like and open your eyes. Thank you for your practice. I will turn off now the recording.